in Norway, Sweden, and Denmark, and 3 o'clock in Finland. Welcome to this joint inspirational webinar on Giving Tuesday in the Nordics and internationally. Welcome all of you. My name is Emilie Tranholm Larsen, and I'm from ISOBRO, the Danish Fundraising Association. And I have the pleasure of being your host today at this webinar, but we have multiple interesting speakers that you can look forward to. So we decided to do this. Hi, thank you, Agnes from Yiva, who does all of the technical stuff during this webinar. We decided to do this joint webinar because Giving Tuesday is your international opportunity to campaign in your country, like with a whole international echo, if you can say. Although it is international, we also think that the 4 Nordic countries, we are more alike, like the markets are alike. We collaborate with sister organizations and we share some of the suppliers, which makes extra good sense to also share experiences on Giving Tuesday. That is what we are kicking off today. But as I mentioned already, I'm not alone in this. We are 4 country managers from Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and Finland. And I would like for you to say a quick hello for the participants to see you. And we can start with you, Agnes, from Yiva.
Thank you, Emily, and hello, everyone. Good afternoon. As Emily said, I'm Agnes. I'm from the Swedish Fundraising Association and the Swedish project manager for Giving Tuesday. I am running the technical things today, so any mess up, just blame it on me. Thank you.
Thank you. And Charlotte, would you continue?
Yes, I am Charlotte from the Norwegian Fundraising Association, Fundraising in Norway. I have been in the Giving Tuesday movement since 2017, and I will follow in the chat for this meeting. Nice to see you all.
Thank you, Charlotte. And Tessa? Oh. Tessa, are you muted? We can't hear you. Please write in the chat if you have any challenges with the sound. Otherwise, let us just briefly introduce Tessa. She's from Vala, Finland, the Finnish Fundraising Association. And Finland has joined Giving Tuesday since 2017, was that? Let's check. We have that on slides right away. First of all, Agnes, could you share the agenda with all of the participants here? Because we have 1 hour together. Thank you. We have 1 hour together and we will, of course, briefly start out by presenting what is Giving Tuesday actually, for you to get an understanding of the whole movement. And then we have a secret guest saying a quick hello. I'll introduce her later on. And then we have these 4 inspirational talks from Norway, Denmark, Finland, and Sweden. Thank you all for joining us and presenting your experiences from Giving Tuesday. We'll do a brief wrap up and then we have a survey for you to type any needs or questions or project plans you may already have on Giving Tuesday. So let's get started. Agnes, will you take us through what is Giving Tuesday?
I will definitely try to. And I know that some of you that are here today already know what Giving Tuesday is, but for some of you, this might be something new and maybe the first time you hear about it. So we thought as to have a common base, I'm going to give just a brief, quite short introduction to Giving Tuesday and also to why us Nordic fundraising associations are partners to this movement. And before I start, I also want to encourage you, as this is a webinar aimed to inspire you all to participate in this year's Giving Tuesday. If you already have an activity yet or know an initiative that you or your organization want to do for this year's Giving Tuesday, please share in the chat so we can just share ideas and inspirations with each others. And if you have any questions, also please write them in the chat and we will try to address them directly in the chat or at the end of each presenter. So Giving Tuesday is a day for generosity and giving. It's a movement that started back in 2012 as a reaction against Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So basically trying to shift the focus from consumption or consuming to giving and generosity. So it's actually one quite simple idea, a day to encourage people to do something good. And you can, as either if you're an organization or you're a company or just you as a private person, you can contribute in many ways. You can give a gift, you can give away things that you're no longer in need of. You can share your time through volunteering. You can spread your knowledge, or you can raise your voice for an issue that is important for you. And also, of course, encourage other people to do the same. To illustrate the broad range of things that one can do on Giving Tuesday, I've chosen to share this quote by Asher Curran, who is Giving Tuesday's CEO. Thinking about giving only in terms of money is like thinking about love only in terms of diamonds. So just to illustrate that this is actually a grassroots movement that is not only encouraging giving money, it's encouraging the broad sense of generosity. So why are we partners? Now we can clear this out. Norway and Sweden have been partners to Giving Tuesday since 2017. Finland joined the year after, 2018, and Denmark is the newest addition to the Nordic team and joined this year. And Giving Tuesday gives us, as Nordic national fundraising associations, a platform to speak about giving to a broader public. So not only towards our members and other direct stakeholders, but actually to engage in a broader way. And for our member organizations, which are you, NGOs, it's an excellent opportunity to engage both with your current supporters and donors, but also to try to create new connections and engage new actors. And as it is such a broad concept, it's a good way of, for example, starting to reach out to a company, see if they want to initiate a cooperation or collaboration, something like that. And it's also an opportunity to engage with the media to highlight the importance of giving and engagement. So it's something that we are also trying to do to, partly, spread the knowledge about what Giving Tuesday is, but also to raise the issues that we are working with. And I will soon wrap up, but before I do and hand over the word to our secret guest, I just want to we want to encourage all of you to please get in touch with us if you have any questions or ideas. We have web pages, we have, of course, our email addresses, but also our social media channels. And we will share this presentation with all of you afterwards. So don't hesitate to get in contact with us. And we're very happy to see how we can assist. And then I'll hand the word over to you, Emily.
Thank you. Thank you, Agnes, for taking like a quick tour of what Giving Tuesday, the history of Giving Tuesday, and why we collaborate. We also have some extra shine on this webinar. Actually, we have Berche from Giving Tuesday Europe, like the Europe hub. She's responsible for the Euro hub, bringing and knowledge sharing through all the European country leaders from Giving Tuesday. And Berche, we invited you to this webinar to give them extra shine and to give the really international understanding what this movement is all about. We've asked you a question, but I would like you to just shortly introduce yourself and then say a few words on what organizations can get from participating and engaging in this movement.
Yes, thank you so much. It's great to be here. And hi, everyone. I'm Birce. I work as Giving Tuesday Europe Hub's director, which is like the fifth hub connected to the nucleus. And this basically translates as, since we are a global movement with 110 countries worldwide, we are very much paying attention to being globally connected but locally rooted. So in the pan-European approach, we've been working with our leaders in more than 30 countries across pan-European scale. And we are trying to unleash the power of radical generosity in the continent. Since my favorite day of the year is approaching, like I can continue talking hours and hours, but I'll just keep it very short because I just want to thank you for your interest in Giving Tuesday and our country leaders in the Nordics for their amazing work. And I just want to briefly touch upon what organizations can benefit from Giving Tuesday. I really like to frame Giving Tuesday as a scene that you can just go on and do whatever you would like to do. Plus, like, you can choose what your community currently needs, what your organization currently looks out for. This is just a very flexible and agile movement that you can participate in the way you would like to. And for some examples, we have seen organizations using Giving Tuesday not only to raise funds and awareness, but also to become a part of something bigger than themselves. By joining a global movement, the local campaigns gain collective visibility, showing supporters that they are connected to a worldwide wave of generosity. So on December 2, if you decide to run a campaign or do something, just be aware that you'll be holding hands to 110 community campaigns all around the globe. You will not be alone. And we have also seen organizations discover Giving Tuesday creates space for collaborations rather than competition, which is really nice. Organizations are working side by side, sharing ideas, mobilizing communities, amplifying each other's messages. And when I'm referring to organizations, it's not just NGOs or corporates. It's like from schools to universities, from religious organizations to kindergartens, like every bits of the society, just very welcome to participate in this movement and do something to foster generosity in their communities. We have also seen that organizations benefit from the shared storytelling and energy that Giving Tuesday creates. Their causes don't stand alone, but are woven into a larger narrative of generosity that captures public attention. And in this way, Giving Tuesday helps organizations not to just fundraise, but also strengthen their role in a broader ecosystem of civil society where collective action multiplies the impact. So this is, in a very nutshell, what Giving Tuesday enables organizations. And we are really hoping that you will be joining us on December 2, the big party, we'd like to call it. And if you need anything help, I'm pretty sure the great Nordic team is over to support you. And we would also be delighted to know about your plans and see you join the drums on December 2. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Birce. Thank you so much for just giving some shine on this Giving Tuesday movement and the webinar. Like, you really can connect globally and also locally, as you heard Birce saying. So a part of also engaging in the movement is also like spreading and sharing what you're doing. So we like really feel the encouragement of generosity. But now it's time to be a little more, take a deep dive into what can you actually do. We're being concrete with 4 country-specific examples. And thank you for 4 Nordic country speakers. We'll start out with Stina Nergård from the Norske Missionsselskab from Norway to listen to your experiences and how you've joined Giving Tuesday. Stina, thank you for joining us, and the word is all yours.
Thank you so much. I hope you now see my presentation. Yes, I work for NMS, the Norske Missionsselskab, an organization that was established in 1842 as one of the first civil organizations in Norway. And we work in 17 different countries. And our goal is to share the faith in Jesus with the world, eradicate poverty, and fight injustice. So we are a classic missionary society. We do evangelism and plant churches, but we also work in partnership with the churches we work with now, and we have a lot of work to fight poverty and injustice all over the world. And we decided to take part in Giving Tuesday because we were invited, I have to say. Because back in 2017, we got an invitation from Fundraising Norway. And at that time, we were starting a new team for donor recruitment, and we were actually looking for new things and new ideas. So my boss sent me to this meeting with Charlotte and the other people in Fundraising Norway. It was actually on my birthday even, so I celebrated my birthday with you that year. And we joined, and after the first year, we had results that made us want to continue. We have had Giving Tuesday in our calendar since then, and I'm going to share some examples with you of the things we've done. In 2017, the thing was that Fundraising Norway had a partnership with an influencer agency called, back then their name was Nordic Screens. So the organizations that signed up to be part of Giving Tuesday in Norway, they were matched with influencers. And so were we. So we sent our influencers to Thailand, actually. Since we have our work all over the world, we thought that if they are going to see our work and be engaged, we have to show them what we are doing. So we sent them to Bangkok. And here you can see they are in a kindergarten in Bangkok with the children from the slum. Actually, it's a big slum in Bangkok under a motorway. It's the biggest slum in Bangkok, and we have, among other things, a kindergarten in that area that they visited. And all the influencers that were doing different things for the organizations that took part that year, they posted on YouTube mainly at that time. And actually, it was for us, it went very well. We had like altogether, we had 1 million views on the videos that our influencers made. And we thought this was very interesting, so we continued also for the years to come. So the second year, 2018, we had a new team of influencers going to Thailand, this time visiting villages in the north. And then in 19, sorry, then we sent influencers to Madagascar. And then in 2020, we planned to send influencers to Ethiopia, but then the pandemic came. But at this time, we had so good relationships with some of the influencers that they wanted to collaborate with us, even if we could not send them anywhere. So they just made content for us for free, not going anywhere but to our office. So that was sort of the fruit we could harvest from the fact that we had built relationships with them for a couple of years. And then in 2021, we sent a team to Barcelona to look at some work among immigrants there. And then in 2022, again to Madagascar. And what we did was that we realized already after the first year, when we had 1 million views on our videos, we understood that for the first time in many years, we actually had a platform or a channel where we could reach very many people in Norway, also among teenagers and young people. So we collaborate with a lot with the Norwegian church, and we have more than 500 congregations in Norway supporting our work, and of course they have youth in their congregations. So we understood that this is a good way for them to engage, for the youth in the churches to engage in our work. So we created a website, and we created a lot of material where we collected all the videos, and we also made other materials like games, ideas for devotions, ideas for Bible teachings, different activities that they could do. And we put all this together in a web page, a free web page available for anyone to use. And in this way, we were able to engage quite a lot of congregations and churches in Norway who took part in Giving Tuesday. And then we also talked in the way we promoted it. We talked a lot about passion. What is your passion? Hva er din hjertesak in Norwegian? And we made publicity where we sort of challenged people to do something on the occasion of Giving Tuesday for what is their favorite cause or their passion. And we collaborated with our youth organizations. And they have a keyword that defines their whole organization, which is about sharing. So that means that we also, in the publicity we made, we also had this question: what do you want to share? It's Giving Tuesday. What do you want to share? So we built up this for 6 years, more or less doing the same. Then in 2023, we had a gap year actually because of a sick leave. Because the person who was to be in charge turned out to be sick the whole year. And then in 2024, when we were to sort of start again, we decided we had been quite happy with the things we had been doing, but we decided to try something completely new. So last year, we focused more on digital leads and the fact that we also, as NMS, we want to give. So we said that we could give people Christmas spirit from all over the world by making a digital free advent calendar. So people signed up to receive an advent calendar as messages on SMS with links. So you can see some examples here. And then we sent out an SMS every day, like a calendar window. And the content was songs, devotions, music, videos, recipes, blog text, quizzes, everything that we could think about. But we maintain also this web page with all the materials for the congregation. It's still living, it still exists, and we are still sort of sending that out to the congregations we collaborate with. So what was the outcome of all this? Our first experience was that we had a really wide reach, with especially one video went viral, and as I said, 1 million views, which is sort of far beyond what we normally would have in these channels. And so we felt that this was very good branding among new groups, and especially branding among youth and young adults. We have had income, not as much as we hoped for, but with the income we've had has been enough to cover the expenses and a bit more. And also we have had through Giving Tuesday, we have learned a lot about crowdfunding in general, because we have used it did this as a tool also to learn about crowdfunding. And we have had, of course, many new names, and we have engaged new groups. We have used it as a tool to bond to our donors. And with the Advent calendar last year, we had a goal of reaching people in the age group 50 to 70, because this is a priority group for our donor recruitment team. And the three of us who were responsible for the content in the Advent calendar is about to enter our 50s ourselves. So it was sort of easy for us to make content that we would like ourselves. But we realized that we also had quite a lot of people signing up in the age group 20 to 50. We had many new digital leads, and the calendar was very well received. That's what you see in this picture, is because we made we asked all those who had been receiving the calendar afterwards, what did they think? And 96% liked it very much. So that was quite impressive. So we have actually decided to do this again this year. We haven't made the new files yet, but we are going to have an advent calendar this year as well. And I also want to say that during the whole of this period, we have been using Giving Tuesday as a sort of warming up for our Christmas campaign. So that means that the theme or the countries that we have been mostly talking about in the Giving Tuesday campaign is the same country and the same theme that is also coming again for our Christmas campaign. So in that way, we have been able to do both campaigns without that they have been sort of competing, but they have been more supporting each other. I think maybe I already used my minutes now, and this was also what I want to share, so I'll leave it there. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Stina, for taking us through your journey from 2017 till today. So you actually had quite a success, and then you even wanted to do something new, and you got even more successful. And you can actually combine your Christmas campaigns with Giving Tuesday. Thank you for mentioning that. Are there any questions for Stina in the chat, or raise your hand? Not now. Okay. Well, let's just continue with Rasmus Morgenthaler Edmund from Danish Red Cross for you to share
Yes.
your experiences. Welcome, Rasmus, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me have a slot here and speaking on how we do Giving Tuesday in Denmark. So it's a little bit different than the example we heard before, because this is rooted in Denmark in the corporate section, which I head. So I'll try to give you a little bit of background, a little bit insight in the revenues we make, the challenges, the resources, and so forth, and how we execute it in general. So I'll start by, hopefully, yeah. So I'll start by doing a little bit of, PowerPoint karaoke here. I will read out loud something that I've written. And just to say that we have done this this Giving Tuesday, we have held it since 2016, so it was before my time. But as I've been researching a little bit, it was to activate our ambassadors. And our ambassadors is sort of variety group of people. It could be influencers, it could be business owners, it can be celebrities, all kind of people who wants to use their time and resources to fundraise for the Red Cross in Denmark. But the reason why it was rooted eventually here in the corporate was that the corporate business owners or business leaders tends to generate more fundraising than the other category of people. So, and before we hosted this is the way we do it, is a one-off, one-day event where we host the event, and these participants, they call out to their network in order to raise money. So it's a relatively little, small group that has to fundraise a lot of money individually themselves. So our focus is, as you can see in point 4, to fundraise. It's a fundraising department, and this is our primary focus. We fundraise for a cause, our Christmas aid. It's always in Christmas that we fundraise, and so it's restricted funding. It's not free to use. It's for our aid to vulnerable families in Denmark. And it's one of 3 corporate Christmas campaigns that we do in Denmark here. We also do something called the Christmas Baton, which I think we actually adopted 5 or 7 years ago from Norway. I'm not sure they do it in Norway anymore, but we do it here in Denmark. And we also have this corporate Christmas presents. But that's a whole nother story, so I'll wait with that one. So this is the last 4 years development of our income. So red, you can see in 2029 we had 9 participants who average fundraise 93,000 Danish crowns through their network, in a total of, well, a little bit below 1 million. And then I don't know what happened in 2022, but I think it was a lack of resources or something. And then you can see last year we had more participants, but a lower average revenue per participant, but over 1 million we generated. And the thing is that we don't have costs for this event. We do have a cooperation with a hotel called Villa Copenhagen, which is in the center of Copenhagen, and they host this event for us. We do have some small budget for it, but generally they do gift in kind donation to us in order to host this event. And that lowers significantly the resources that we use on it. Of course, we use some, but before that, we hosted the event ourselves, and everybody knows that when you do a physical event, the time and resources and manpower that you need to execute it just raised by 10 or 20. So it's a big help to outsource this hosting. Yeah. So I just want to focus a little bit on where the primary resources are used, and it is to recruiting and onboarding participants. And the pool that we dig into each year to sort of figure out who should participate this year is in our current portfolio of corporate partners. We reach out to them and see if some of their leaders want to participate. Also, past participants, we ask them recurrently every year if they want to participate. And then also our current pool of ambassadors and our network. In general, we are in different kind of networks in the corporate team, and I've asked also in the networks that I am in, and we are able to recruit people there also. So the most valuable participants is actually the recurrent ones, because they know what it's all about and they don't need that much onboarding, and they have many times asked in advance their network that they will call out on that day to ask for a donation. Yeah, we start recruiting already in August, because everybody that has done this long enough knows that everybody's calendar is just crazy. So I don't know if I have time actually to show a little video. Emilia, do I have the time?
If it's a couple of minutes, we have time. Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so I just need to stop sharing and then share another. So bear with me just for a little while.
Fingers crossed, all the techniques work.
Yes. I will just, I think, share my screen here, and then I will turn it into here. So can everybody see the start of a video screen? I hope.
No, we only see gallery of participants.
Okay.
Give it one more shot.
Yes. Right here. Just,
Yes, we can see it.
okay. I'm not sure there's any sound on it, but it's just background sound. But it's just to give you an idea of how the look and feel is in this participant in this event. So this is our general secretary who welcomes all these ambassadors and influencers and business leaders, and then they have a PC and they call out to their network in order to raise funds on the day. And we have a big screen in the end of the room where we can see the amount that are raised, in time, live. And that's very helpful, because then everybody give it an extra energy in order to raise the amount. And then of course the check photo at last, which we share on LinkedIn. So this is primarily a B2B campaign, as I said. So one last thing I just wanted to mention here. No?
Yes, we see. Yeah, we see it.
I just wanted to say that nothing is free in this world. So of course, we have to give some deliverables to the participants. They primarily participate to brand themselves as social responsible. I think also maybe to give something back, but sometimes that goes hand in hand. So we give them a LinkedIn post on our channel. We give them a communication kit that they can use in their own channels to raise awareness on the day and to volunteer to give a donation. And then we have the big one, that's the ad in the biggest corporate newspaper in Denmark, where we celebrate this year participants with name and picture. And also we give some SoMe posts like the video here on our channel at the end as report back to the B2B sector on the event. Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Thank you so much, Rasmus. Great inspirations mentioned in the chat. Thank you. I have one question. Like, how do you, when you start invite all your corporate partners, how do you mention Giving Tuesday? What is the framework around different Giving Tuesday instead of the Christmas baton that you mentioned?
Is to use 3 hours of one day to help vulnerable families during Christmas time. So I'm not sure it's very much different than the other campaigns, but messaging in the Christmas is just to help locally. We know that that is a very strong ask to send out. So that's sort of the way we frame it. I think the core story is like that, and then it's very much about the practicalities of what they should do, how they should do it, what they should prepare on the day, what we will deliver for them, and all these kind of things. But as I said, it's restricted funding, so the core story is on helping vulnerable families in Denmark with Christmas aid.
Of course. And the SoMe kit that you deliver for the corporates, does it mention Giving Tuesday, or is it the Christmas aid for vulnerable kids and families?
I haven't actually looked into that specifically. I have to be honest, but I would say that I think it's both.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can combine it. Thank you so much, Rasmus, for showing us another way how you can work with Giving Tuesday from a corporate partnerships perspectives. This is really interesting. We had a regular lead gen campaign from Norway, and now we have the business partnerships from Denmark, and we'll move forward to Finland and Rasmus Tilander from the Finnish Evangelical Lutheran Mission. Welcome. Please share your screen and your experiences with us.
Thank you. Hyvää iltapäivää, good kväll. Good evening to you all. I'm going to share my screen. Yes, so I'll be talking about something completely different, about Christmas carol karaoke that we did. We at FELM, so the Finnish Evangelical Lutheran Mission, have been thinking about Giving Tuesday as this kind of fun possibility to do something fun and get some media attention with it. We've done a few different things which have been pretty much with a shoestring budget. So this is going to be for those of you who don't have a big budget to do these kind of campaigns. So no sending people to Thailand, for example. Although we are pretty similar to the our Norwegian friends, we're also a mission society founded in 1859, so a little bit younger, but we are one of the largest Finnish civil society organizations, and we work in 24 different countries. So our focus is abroad, spreading hope and love and faith. And I'm going to talk to you about Christmas carols. And one of FELM's biggest fundraising events is the Greatest Christmas Carols, Kauniimmat joululaulut, De vakraste julsångerna, which we have organized for over 50 years. These Christmas songs are sang in every Finnish church and also other places during the Christmas period. And according to our research, it's one of the most beloved Christmas traditions here in Finland. So many people do attend. And here you can see a booklet in Finnish that we give out in the millions to the Finnish congregations. And the central idea of this Greatest Christmas Carols campaign is to organize these communal singing events and donate to the children of the world through FELM's work. And as I said, each year over 1.5 million song booklets are sent to parishes and other organizations around Finland. And last year there were thousands of these different gatherings in churches, other places. One was in a swimming pool, so they're done pretty creatively. And last year, this campaign raised 900,000 euros in total. And here you can see one of these events in a mall, which we actually organized ourselves, and this was actually tied in with our Giving Tuesday karaoke in the same mall. So what we did a few years ago, for a few years, was that we organized a karaoke with these Christmas carols, and we thought that we got asked by a local parish, one of the metropolitan parishes here in Helsinki, could we organize something on Giving Tuesday or could around the Christmas? And we thought, well, why don't we combine these carols and karaoke, as Finns do love both. And then actually in the building that's right behind me next to our office in the Mall of Tripla, which is the largest shopping center in Finland, we decided to organize a small karaoke event. And actually we did it in the Music Museum Fame. So there's this kind of, we did some cooperation with the business. The museum is a business as well as the mall. And besides this karaoke thing, we also invited well-known artists to sing a couple carols each year. For the Finnish listeners, we had, for example, Pepe Wilberg. I don't think our Nordic friends who know who that is, but he's a big name here. And we did have about, I would say, about 50 people attending. So it was a small museum, and there you can see one of the young singers there doing one of the classic Finnish songs that's really depressing about a dove that dies during the Christmas, but it's a beloved classic. Then the point of this was not really to raise that much money, but to gain media attention, and we actually did achieve that during this. For example, the Channel 3, one of the biggest medias here, picked up this as kind of like a fun, light point to their After 5 program, which was seen by thousands of people, and also this was of course covered in the local newspapers, and also one of the big things here was, as I said, that building behind me where we organized this is one of the biggest malls in Finland, and I would say the most central transport hub for trains in Finland, and they had these screens where they advertised this karaoke event, and also the event, the kind of concert event that we did in cahoots with this, and then we gained attention through that also. And if you happen to visit Finland sometimes, you can actually sing these karaoke songs pretty much in every karaoke pub here in Finland, because we have been working with Maestro Pro, which is a karaoke software company, and they have included these carols in their karaoke list. So you can, if you want, you can try them out in the true classic Finnish fashion in karaoke bar. We have also done other things during Giving Tuesday. The first thing we actually did was we had a singing tram stop at Alexandergatan, the biggest shopping street here in Helsinki. So there was one bus stop or tram stop that had these Christmas carols to a loudspeaker, and then there was a ad for the campaign, and then people could donate. And this was kind of the similar idea. It didn't cost that much money. It didn't raise that much money either, but it gained some coverage in the media that we did this kind of thing. But maybe that's all from me from now, and then now I'm open to questions about this kind of how to do fun little things on Giving Tuesday.
Thank you so much, Rasmus. Thank you so much for sharing the story of just like a really good idea. That was like a third example of what you can do on Giving Tuesday. We have a question from Andrea Lote.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you. I just wanted to ask, when you did the thing at the bus stop or tram stop, did you have to like make agreements with the municipality? Were there any like formal government that you needed to speak to about such a thing?
No, actually we just work with the Finnish metropolitan area bus service, the company that's in charge of these bus stops. So, and of course the speaker wasn't on too loud, so we didn't need any permits for that.
Okay. Thank you.
And we have another question from Charlotte from Fundraising Norway.
There is actually a question in the chat for the other Rasmus from Danish Red Cross. And he asks how they identified leads to call on the business-to-business fundraising event. So I don't know if Rasmus could briefly answer that, maybe, if he's still in the meeting. That's the other Rasmus.
From Danish Red Cross.
Yes.
Or if not, you could do it in the chat.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Then we just move on, I guess.
Rasmus, Morgenthaler, Edmund, if you have the opportunity to answer the question in the chat, that would be appreciated. If not, we'll get back to you after the meeting. Tessa from Vala, Finland.
Yes, thank you, Rasmus. And I'm sorry about my technical issues. You never know if that happens. It happened to me right now, but it's fine. Rasmus, I would like to ask you, do you have some plans for this year? Would you like to share something?
Well, actually, we don't, but there is a very good explanation for this. The museum that we had the karaoke in, which was a nice tradition, went bankrupt last year. So not related to the karaoke at all. It was something other. So we kind of didn't have anything right now to kind of replace it with. But I think we'll give it a Sabbath year and think about something fun and creative next year.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you.
And for that take on Giving Tuesday, like we've heard the opportunity to use it as a regular lead generation campaign or as a B2B event, and now this opportunity to actually say something fun in fundraising. Thank you, Rasmus. So the last country example is from Petra Lindvall from Et Hjerteligt Værmdø.
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, yay! Thank you, Petra, for joining us, and the microphone and the screen is yours.
Perfect. Thank you. And hello, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. I'm representing the foundation Et Hjerteligt Værmdø. Värmdö is the region, the east part of Stockholm, I would say, and Hjärtligt, you could translate it kind of heartwarming Värmdö. Our mission is to support families and children for giving them opportunity to have like a meaningful spare time, free time. So we collaborate with lots of associates, like sports associations and other companies and other people around the local areas. And actually, we are quite newly established. We started, we've been up running for 1.5 years. So I joined this webinar last year, and I got so inspired by this Giving Tuesday that I think is a great opportunity in many ways, as all the other countries have been describing for us. So I thought this is a perfect day to make awareness, local awareness, and to engage our supporting companies and putting all the effort in one day and just for solidarity and for giving. So and all the equipment was there, so I could choose the logotypes, and so it was a really easy and nice startup for us. So what we did, I have had in my mind for a couple of years actually. I saw a thing called Wall of Kindness. It was like, as you can see in the pictures, a wooden booth made for people to put their worn out jackets, winter jackets, and for other people who was in need to come and pick them up. So that was the basic idea. So I engaged our supporting company to build this for us with shelves and hangers, as you can see, and another supporting company, which is a big grocery store that has a very center spot in our local area, Coop. So we asked them if we could be there for the whole day. So we were, during the day, we sold gift cards, Christmas gift cards that we had made by a children from a local preschool. So we engaged the employees at Coop to sell this, to help us sell this during the day. And we were collecting things in our wall of kindness, specific winter equipment, so helmets, skates, winter clothes for kids to be able to have a joyful Christmas holiday. Was the purpose. And you can see, I don't know, maybe some Swedes recognize, it's our ambassador David Lindgren, which is a famous musical artist who's living in at Värmdö. He was joining us there, and it was a really lovely evening. We served coffee and gingerbread biscuits and had Christmas music, and it was a great opportunity for us to spread the information about the foundation. I think that was the biggest success, I would say. The learnings from this was that it was of course, it's a Tuesday, so it's a weekday. It was a little bit difficult for people to have time to come and both give us things and even to come and pick it up. So that was the learning, that we should have maybe like a weekend, and then you could have like the I don't know, like a special day, Tuesday the 2nd, but maybe when you gather all the things, and it has to be during a weekend. So that's our learning. Agnes, I think you could change slide, please. Perfect. And as I said, it was a little bit difficult for us to do all of this during one evening and one day. But I think something good came out of it, because another supporting company took the initiative this year to have like a giving month. So it's a very nice countryside hotel that has activities for families and animals. Who took the initiative for this year to have like a collection, a giving month. So they should collect things during the whole month. And this will end up with a joyful day at the autumn break, which is the end of October. So the foundation will be at this countryside hotel, and we will invite families to come and join us and enjoy the activities and have a nice lunch there. And then we arrange like a free flea market with all the things that we've been collecting for the whole month. We even make like a campaign to involve all the supporting companies in different ways during this month. So we have like a local pizzeria, Pizza for a Good Cause. So they could give us 10 crowns for each sold pizza. Another company, we will have a walk of well-being. So for every kilometers the employees are walking, they give us 10 crowns. So we try to engage our already supporting companies, but also get new ones and show them that there's lots of things you can do, not just give money. And of course, we will do something the 2nd of December this year too. We just haven't made up exactly what it's going to be. I think this is about it that I wanted to tell you all.
Thank
Any
you,
questions?
Petra. So hopefully you get some inspiration from today's webinar on what
Definitely.
to do this year. Do we have any questions for Petra in the chat? Or raise your hand. Oh, it was crystal clear, all of it. Thank you so much. So we're just about to wrap up well spent 55 minutes here. thank you all for listening, and thank you for sharing your examples. We really had 4 different examples on what we can do on business level, on a really local level, on a digital level, and an event level even. Thank you so much for that. It shows that you can go many ways on Giving Tuesday, and you could do it in your own way. You can use the Giving Tuesday design, but you could also use your own designs. Giving Tuesday is such a free movement that the important is that we do something and we share that story more than that we use the designs and the hashtags even actually. So Agnes, will you share the last couple of slides that we have before we say a final goodbye? What now? We all 4 Nordic country managers really hope that you know what Giving Tuesday is, and that it's just to do something, like just use it as a hook for even just for your Christmas campaigns, or a hook for engaging business partners, or even engaging the media partners that you might have. So start planning, reach out to us, all 4 of us. We will share this um, uh, recording, and we will share our slides, so you have our websites and emails. Please reach out if we can help connecting you with sister organization, connecting you with suppliers. Even we are here to help. And if you have sister organizations in the Nordic, reach out. They might have done something in Giving Tuesday that you can learn from, or maybe you can even co-host an event or a campaign. That was a quick run through. And before we say goodbye, we hope that you will follow this QR code. As I said, we will also send out the slides with the QR code and the link to the very short survey is, because of course we're curious. We want to know, have you had anything planned already for Giving Tuesday? Or you might be like, I know what it is, but I still have these 5 questions. Please just write to us and mention what you need so we can support you in your Giving Tuesday campaigns or initiatives. So that was just about it. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for 4 presenters. Thank you for sharing your experiences. Such a pleasure. We will definitely do some more co-project planning in the Nordics, so you will meet us, all 4 country managers, again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
all.
Thank you.
And I could say Terje, who wrote a question for Danish Red Cross, I will make sure that he will get your question.
Should we maybe stop the recording?
That was